So just come and sit in a comfortable mat, on a comfortable seat on your mat. Can you let me know? Sit up with a straight spine. And just breathe in. Some deep inhales and exhales. And then see if you can move the breath through your nose into your belly. And you might want to place one hand on the belly and one on your chest. And then breathe in. First expand your chest. And then later the belly. Breath. If you want, you can set an intention for this class. So it's around about 60-minute gentle vinyasa class. I'm sorry about the noise today, but we can just breathe it away. Make us more focused on where we're practicing. And then let's inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale for a gentle twist, left hand on the left knee, right hand behind you, enabling it back. Come through the middle again. Switch your legs up. And inhale again, arms all the way to the sky. And exhale, right arm to left knee and left hand behind. Back through the center, and one more time. Inhale, arms all the way up. Connect your fingers, and then get your arms all the way up. Build an O, and stretch towards the right. Back to the center and stretch to the left. You can also play around with maybe looking up or straight. And back through the center. Let's meet on our knees in a tabletop. Place the hands all the right below the shoulders, knees below the hips, and then spread everything wide. Let's spread the fingers wide. Try to spread the toes wide, and just feel how the mat feels under you. And then inhale, drop the belly, lift up for our cow. Lift the gaze up for the cow. And exhale, round through the spine for cat. And inhale for cow. And exhale cat. Try to see that you now move with your own breath. Take big inhales and exhales. You might find a different rhythm than I have. And if you want, you can also start doing organic movements. Maybe sink all the way back and then come forward or go to the sides. Try to play around a bit. And all you have to do is focus on your breath. Let's find some stillness again in our tabletop. Let's lift up the left arm all the way to the sky and thread the arm through. Left shoulder goes onto the earth and the right hand extends long. Right hand closer to your face. Press yourself slowly up. Left hand goes all the way up to the sky again. And come back to your tabletop. Now tuck the toes and slowly sink back onto your toes. Or a little toe stretch here. You can skip that if you want, if that's too intense. And here we can just inhale, raise the arms all the way up and just bend back a tiny bit if you want, because that makes it more intensive. And back again to the tabletop. Right hand goes all the way up. And we're threading to the left right now. Right shoulder on the ground. And left arm extends. Left hand back again, under your shoulder. Come back up. Right arm, hands to the sky. And we're arriving back in our tabletop. Maybe shake to the side. Maybe round a couple circles with your spine. Maybe include the neck. And then tuck your toes and come up for downward dog. Maybe keep the legs all bent. First, when you start, and just pedal your dog out. Find some stillness in your downward dog. Don't forget to breathe. Keep those breaths going. And from here, just start walking towards your hands very slowly until your feet are closer to your hands, hip width apart. And we connect the hands to each other and can ragdoll from side to side. slowly roll up. Take it very, very slow. Maybe you can feel each vertebra straightening. Go a tiny bit slower. And the head will be the last to come up. Arrive in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Wriggle out for a moment and then have your shoulders back, really proud. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can be placed on your thighs or below the knee, whichever makes your spine really nice and straight. And then let's place them in front of us and slowly walk back until we come in a plank. Knees to the ground. And then next thing, we drop the chest all the way and the chin. Now we can extend long and come up into a cobra. You can have the hands off the ground to make it more active for your spine. Then connect the hands back. Press yourself up through a plank or use the knees and back into downward facing dog. Maybe again, pedal it out. And then you can walk towards your hand. Stay a moment in your forward fold. You can either have your knees bent or straight and slowly roll up until you arrive in your Tadasana. Now let's inhale, arms to the sky, and come into chair pose. The shoulders should be some space away from your ears, so make sure they're going a bit lower and having some space between your ears and the shoulders. You can either have your feet hip width apart or the toes touching. And then come down into a forward fold. Place the hands on the ground. And now from your plank, you can either take the same option that we did before or take a chaturanga and come into upward facing dog. And then into downward facing dog. Right leg goes up towards the sky. And then we place it in between our hands. Come up into a high lunge and hands in front of your heart center. Make sure your left heel really goes up high. Make this very active. And then we'll twist towards the right. You can also have one hand on the ground if this is too much with the twisting, if there's too much for the stability. Maybe if you want, open the arms to the side. And hands back together, come back up into your high lunge. Hands on the ground and step back into your down dog. Left leg all the way to the ground, to the sky. And place it in between the hands. Come up to high lunge on the left side. Same thing again, right heel goes up high. Make it really active. Hand in front of the heart center. And once you feel stability, twist towards the right. If you want, you can again open the hands wide. And come back, hands to the heart center, back into the high lunge, and hands to the ground, back into the downward dog. And here you can just hang out in a downward dog for a moment or take an optional vinyasa, whichever variation you prefer. We're going to walk towards the hand. Hold the forward fold for a moment. And then raise the hands up, come into our second chair pose. Now try to see that you can hold this for a moment, make it comfortable. Hands to heart center. And let's twist to the right. If you feel like it, you can again open the arms up, make an open twist. And then close the hand, come back through the middle. Stay in chair pose if you can. If not, just come back up to a Tadasana. And once you're ready, twist towards the left. And again, open the arms if you want. Back to the center. Hold for 1 second and come up. Tadasana. Stretch all the way up towards the sky. And then forward fold. Place the hands, come onto your knees. And let's just take a wide-legged child's pose. With the forehead on the mat. And just breathe for a moment. Focus again on your breath and maybe the attention you chose for this practice. Come back up, tabletop. Place the hands and knees, shoulder and hip width apart, tuck the toes, and come into downward facing dog. Right leg goes all the way up to the sky. Hold it here for a moment. And then place the right foot in between your hands. Left foot on the ground. Come up for warrior one. Where the knee goes above the ankle. The left foot points somewhat forward. Your hips are facing forward. You try to make some space between the arms and the shoulders. Now we're going to open up into Warrior Two. Same position with the feet, but our pelvis goes to the left. And then windmill the hands down, lift the left heel, come back into downward facing dog, and take an optional vinyasa if you want. Use this downward dog to breathe. Reconnect with your breath. Left foot goes all the way up to the sky. Hold it for a moment. And then place the foot in between your hands. Right heel goes to the mat. And come up into your Warrior One. Knee above the ankle. Pelvis somewhat forward. And again, some space between the shoulders and the ears. And breathe in and out. Once you're ready, we're going to open up to Warrior Two. We're going to shift the pelvis facing somewhat to this corner, 45 degrees. Arms facing out. And then windmill the arms back down. Lift the right heel and come back into downward facing dog. Walk towards the hands. Get your feet again hip width apart and come up into a chair pose. Hold for a moment and then come up into a Tadasana. From here, we're going to just try for now the eagle feet. So free your right foot, just go onto the left foot and wrap your right thigh around the left thigh. Either just have the foot on the side or go all the way to your calf. And then you can stay straight here or just sink down a little bit. And we're just going to have the hands in front of the heart center for now. Find some spot that's not moving. Find your point of concentration. Okay. If you fall out of it, no problem, just go back in. And then free the right foot. Shake them out for a moment. And let's do the same on the right foot. Let's get the left foot up. Wrap it around the right thigh. Maybe keep it just here or go all the way to the calf. One side might be easier. And then maybe hands to heart center. And sink low, keep hands. Finding your point of balance again. Come back up, slowly untangle your feet. Feet hip width apart into the Tadasana. Arms all the way up to the sky and hands towards center. Shake those feet out one more time. And now we're gonna get the right foot up. So all your weight on the left foot, right foot up. And then either just step in little steps or in one big step. Step back, bend the left knee, and come into a high lunge. Arms to the side. And now we're gonna have the right arm cross under the left arm and make those eagle arms. We're doing them separate now. We're gonna try to have them later together, but for now we're doing them one by one. And now see if you can maybe raise the eagle arms a little bit higher to stretch your shoulders. And then maybe even bend a little bit back. Don't forget to breathe. This is uncomfortable for your shoulder, just come out. And then bend forward, still with the eagle arm. And one more time up and a little bit back. And see the arms. Arms one more side all the way up to the top. And exhale, hands to the ground, step back. And then either hold your downward dog for a moment or take an optional vinyasa. You can either do chest and chin variation or chaturanga, an upward facing dog. Hold your downward dog for a moment. And now left leg goes all the way up to the sky. Place the foot in between your hands. Come up into your high lunge on the other side. Again, right heel lifts up high. And here, send the arms out to the side. And the left arm wraps under the right arm this time. Eagle arms on the other side. Now you can either have your shoulders lower, or again, you raise up a little bit in the shoulder if you want that stretch. Maybe you can sort of peek on the left side of your arms and find again a spot that's not moving. And then maybe bend a little bit back. Don't forget to breathe. And then we're going to bend forward if you want, otherwise just stay where you are. And then one more time up and either straight or a little bit of a back bend, whatever feels better for you. Unwrap the arms, move them all the way up to the sky. and place them to heart center. And now we're gonna go back to the front again. So either you can take little steps or you lift the right leg and take it back, that you're arriving back in your Tadasana. Feet hip width apart. Now the right leg rises, put all your weight on the left leg. Gonna wrap the legs around again. And if you feel comfortable with this, you can now also wrap the left arm under the right arm for the eagle variation. Just see how low you want to sink, where you have the stability. It's always also good to hold on to something. Maybe there's a chair or a wall. No problem at all. Raise up a little bit higher, the arms and the shoulders. Find the point of concentration and don't forget to breathe. Unwrap the arms, come out of the, unwrap the legs as well, and shake them out a little bit. Place your weight on the right side and wrap the left leg around the right leg. And now right arm goes below the left arm and maybe sink lower. One more deep breath. And let's unwrap the arms, unwrap the legs, shake them out. Then crawl in your Tadasana and inhale, goes all the way out to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. We're gonna now pedal out the legs a little bit in the forward fold. Now the left leg bends, the right leg stays straight. The left arm goes onto the mat in between the feet. And the right arm goes to the top. Let's get the right hand in between the legs. Straighten the left leg and bend the right. And the left arm goes onto the top. Place both hands back onto the mat. Maybe again pedal out your legs a little bit. And then if you feel like you can get your toe, your two fingers wrapped around your toes, and just stretch out your hamstrings a little bit more. That's one variation. The other one would be that you could just get your full flat hand under your foot. You might like the toe variation or the hand variation better. You can also have the legs bent a lot. free your hands again. Now we're gonna bend the legs and just gonna step back into a tabletop and another child's pose. You can take wide-legged child's pose or with your legs close together. Come back up again. Place the hands under your shoulders and come up into a high plank. Now, right leg rises up. And we're going to move it to touch the right elbow one time, touch the left elbow one time, and hold it into the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. Welcome to drop the knees at any time. And the left leg goes up. Touch the left side of the touch the left arm. Touch the right arm. And go into the stomach. Hold there again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down into plank. And now let's step the right foot next to the right hand and the left foot next to left hand and sink down into your Malasana squat. You can, if you want, wiggle a little bit from side to side if that feels comfortable, depending on your knee. You can also press your knees a little bit further away if you want a bit more stretch in your hips. And then left hand goes onto the ground and right hand goes all the way up. And then right hand goes into the center and left hand goes all the way up. Press both hands onto the mat. Step back into our plank. And one more time on each side. Let's get the right leg up to the right side of the arm. Move it into the left arm. And then hold it into the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop this leg. Left leg goes up. Move it into the left side of the arm. Move it into the right side. And hold it into the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. And then the right leg comes to the right side of the of your hand for a lizard. You can either stay up high here or drop the knee, whatever feels best for you. This is the stretch for the right hip right now. And you can either stay up high or come onto your forearms, whatever feels comfortable. Back up onto your hands, tuck your left toes, and place the right foot back. If you want, you can take an optional vinyasa here or just drop onto the knees. You can skip this. And move again into our plank. Now the left leg goes onto the left side of the hand. Lizard lunge on the left side. You can again drop the knee. And you can stay up here, upright, or drop onto your forearms if that feels comfortable. Come back up onto your hands, tuck the right toe, and step back into your plank. Hold this for just a moment. And then drop onto your knees. Come around onto your back. And we're gonna sit up straight. Make some space. Sit up with the spine tall. And inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Come back up. Bend the right leg. Arms all the way up to the sky. And fold forwards onto the left leg. You can try with an inhale, go a tiny bit up, and with the exhale, relax a little bit more over your leg. Come back up. Extend the right leg long. Left leg goes in. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. And fold forward. Again, take a deep breath. Maybe relax a tiny bit more over the legs. And then come back up. Extend the left leg long as well. Move on to the middle of your mat. And lie all the way down. The right leg goes into the chest. You can hug it in really tight. See if it goes into your right armpit, sort of. And then you can guide it over to the left side. Have the arms out to the side in T shape, and maybe look to the right. Come back to the center. Hug your right knee in one more time. And then extend it long. Left knee goes into the chest and just hug it in. Now we'll move it over to the right side. Have the arms again wide out in a T shape, and maybe look to the left. And come back to the middle. Hug your left leg in one more time. Have the right leg joined and then just roll from side to side, a little ball. Maybe if it feels good, get your head onto the knees, but you don't have to. Just massage the spine here a little bit. For some people, also spinal rolls the other way feel good. Depends a bit on the surface. Just roll everything out. And then let's grab our toes one more time for half a baby. And maybe again roll that out or hold static. You can also play around with extending one leg at a time. And then once you feel ready, extend the legs long. Let your feet flop to the side, let the arms flex to the side. Close your eyes if you want to. Deepen your breath. Feel the mat under your body. Take a deep breath. Just notice how the air travels into your body, brings you oxygen, and how it also relaxes you with each inhale, and how you can breathe out stress or anxiety anything that's bothering you. When you breathe out, enjoy your Shavasana now. I will let you know when it's time to get out. And you can start wiggling your toes, maybe wiggling your fingers. Take a deep breath. Notice the mat under you, how it touches the body, how you connect to the earth. A big inhale and exhale. And once you're ready, you can roll onto one side, fetal position. And then once you're ready, you can come up and meet me in a comfortable seat. On the inhale, raise the arms all the way up over our head. And move them down to our heart center. One more time, inhale all the way up. And again, your third eye and the heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today, taking the time. Namaste. Have a great day. Thank you.